So basically, in this video, we'll just go through how the AI is transforming some of the hotel functions, the roles, and my thoughts on how it's going to move forward from now. So basically, right now the hotels where who are forward thinking and who are fast on adapting AI for job roles. Basically, they are already seeing positive, very good results. Who are implementing the solutions, and the hotels or organizations which are yet thinking and deciding and saying things like it's just another bubble, etc., or this is just a buzzword. Obviously, they are uh, not even part of the race, and I believe they will eventually be regretting not adopting it. The AI or AI agents or automations, how they should have actually done. Now, basically, the hotels where they have implemented already the AI solutions, they can already see a significant impact in their hotel operations, and even mainly commercial functions, basically revenue, sales, marketing, right? Um, Now, basically, it's a race where you are either part of the game or you are not, right? And it's very fast, so the hotels have to act quite fast. From marketing to revenue pricing algorithm, or even sales automations, AI can add a lot of value if done and implemented correctly. Now, so let's say for marketing, now there are tools, and there are solutions where you can automate the campaigns, right? You can segment the audience to whom you want to target, and which type of content should be published for which target audience, etc. You can generate drafts. You can use LLMs to brainstorm to get the ideas or the first drafts, and then basically you improvise, and you make it better, right? You can get the performance reports. So, and also, while looking at the reviews, you can get an idea of the sentiment across different platforms, based on the guest reviews. And this can be done very fast. So basically, now the solutions which are available in market, they are good enough, fast enough, cheap enough. So anyone who is implementing these solutions can drive a really good ROI from these solutions. Sales, basically, AI will be, not will be, it's able to go through your leads which you currently have. You can do automation of the initial outreach. You can, if you have a CRM system, you can build targeted campaigns for specific target audience, repeat guests, run campaigns, offer something specific, flash sales, etc. And basically have an even voice AI agent reaching out to people, letting them know about the new offers, or um, repeat guest offers, or different kind of campaigns which you can design to run. And using this voice AI agents, you can reach to a large audience, many guests. Probably you can just finish the initial outreach in just a couple of hours, rather than having a human salesperson calling the hotels, I'm sorry, calling the guests and informing them about the new promotion. So that can be done. So initial outreach can be done by voice AI, and the leads which are more mature leads, where you would need a human to intervene, then you can get those refined results coming, and those results will be sent out to, let's say, sales director or manager, and then they can just reach out to only those people who are interested in these campaigns or offers, to book them, or even reservations team can reach out to them. So you can pretty much reach out to your target audience fast and get instant results or responses, and then act accordingly, rather than just running an email campaign or any other campaign and just waiting for the results to come in. Revenue management, I think that's where the major impact it is happening. We've seen that the price automation and algorithmic pricing, dynamic pricing, that's where the AI and automation had added a lot of value. And basically, it's adding more value with the advancements in AI models and AI agents, right? And eventually, I think most of the revenue management tasks will be automated. So those large teams, this is just my personal opinion. What I think in that, in 3 to 5 years, I would say, um, in 3 to 5 years time, hotels running these large revenue management department, let's say a chain, having many revenue management team members, from entry like level coordinator and revenue analyst and executive and to assistant managers and all. I think most of these roles will, slowly, gradually, um, will obsolete, I would say, right? And then you'll have only at the corporate cluster level, you will have just 2 or 3 people overseeing the revenue management functions, because rest of the tasks will be automated. um, Now, to some of you, you would think that this might be something crazy and it's not very practical, but at the pace things are happening and how the technology is evolving, and the amount of automations and advanced tech solutions you can implement, I think this is going to be a reality. So you'll be left with just 1 or 2 people overseeing the revenue function, because everything will be automated. You'll just need just 1 or 2 persons overseeing the function, and basically seeing the results, and in case there is a need to pivot, in terms of strategy, etc., that will be done by that corporate revenue director, manager, or VP, and rest of the things will be done by those AI agents, right? And then I think there'll be different AI agents for different roles, like for price recommendation, price intelligence, visualization, and all those different functions. Different agents will be there, which then will be connected to a parent or supervisor agent, with which the human revenue director will be communicating, uh, and basically just giving an order and work as an orchestrator, and rest of the things, the execution will be done by all those AI agents. And this is just a matter of few years, I think. So I believe revenue management and marketing is where the biggest impact will be happening. Then let's say just digging deep and exploring in terms of each department. So from for marketing, let's say, we'll be moving from the campaigns to brand architecture, where let's say the old focus, or the was to execute the campaigns across channels, to the some of the automations, managing media buys, basic audience segmentation, performance metrics, content production. The new focus will be human led, so deep guest empathy beyond demographics, because those campaign scheduling and segmentation and all those AI agents can do. Crafting unique brand narratives to curate guest experience, basically. There'll be a lot of focus on content um, and marketing the experience at the hotel, and not just publishing some photos on your Instagram and Facebook pages. Video content, I think it's already playing a big role, and it will be playing a bigger role, I would say, in the coming years. The marketing directors or the marketing professionals, their focus would be to forge partnerships with the relevant partners. Basically, you can add value. AI deployment guidance, right? So the evolved marketer from this old classic focus to an AI, I would say AI backed and human led marketer, like marketing approach, is where you'll be managing, like from managing channels to managing the meaning, and creating that brand perception and brand architecture as a whole. Now, for sales, we will be moving from the transactions to the strategic partnerships, right? So there'll be this strategic account management, so long-term partnerships over bookings, so more partnership focused negotiations, like so. Now, rather than just like applying those that Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, to focus only on the partners which brings you 80% of the business, right? So focusing only on the partners which are bringing results, adding value, and then negotiating a contract which is mutually beneficial for both the parties. And then so the solution selling, or the packages, or the services which will be offered will be a very tailored campaigns or tailored offers for different clients, like different segments, rather than just a generic offering for everyone. And then building trust with the partners and with the clients and the customers, the guests as well. So AI will be basically optimizing the process and identifying the lead, right? But the negotiation with, let's say, B2B partners, right, will be done by the human salesperson to close the high value deals. In case of any complexities, overcoming those, right? Because AI won't be able to do that, where human negotiation skills will be needed. And revenue management, as I was mentioning, so it'll be going from very short term tactics, day to day revenue management, to a very long term strategic planning. So expanding beyond rooms to maximize profitability across all revenue streams. So total revenue management, focusing not only on the accommodation, but restaurants, meeting events, spas, ancillary services, and basically working on the metrics like revenue per square meter, or total booking value or average booking value, rather than the traditional ADR par metrics. Now, also, while we will be using the AI and the algorithms to predict the pricing, right, using predictive analytics for price recommendations. The human oversight will be like the person taking care of the strategic decisions, decision maker person basically will have to just overlook and look at the AI recommendations and see if they are aligned with your specific hotel objectives or not, right? And also to understand why these suggestions are given by the machine learning models. I think with the AI reasoning model also, the reasons also will be given by the AI model that this is the recommendation, and based on so and so, I've given these recommendations, but the human in the loop thing will still be there to look to overlook the to oversee these recommendations, and then giving a go ahead to implement these prices or the strategies around pricing. Market analysis. So now the AI models, agents, automations will be giving you a lot of data, because they can collect a lot of data and not giving you in a very raw format, but actually a cleaned data in a clean format, which gives you actionable insights. Now it's just like as a human, you might need to understand some of the trends, the geopolitical situation, changes in consumer behavior, the demand forecasts, etc. So that's where the human will be playing their role. But apart from that, in terms of analytics or the reporting and data gathering, aggregating, and giving a detailed report, this will be done by AI. So the human will be just there to connect the dots, basically, seeing the real world situation, what is happening in terms of tourist demand and supply of hotels and new hotel openings or short-term rental increase, number of beds in the market, etc., and then see how they want to align their pricing strategy, budgets, forecasts, etc. Ethical pricing strategies, so applying human judgment to pricing decisions, because we have seen some of the RMSs or the price recommendations tools. Sometimes the recommended prices are doesn't sound realistic, right? Because they are not aligned to your specific hotels. Depends on how the algorithms are designed and which metric has how much weightage. Because if it is giving you a recommendation based on the competitor pricing or market pricing in general, or your historical numbers, it might not be realistic, because it might recommend a pricing which is aligned with your competition, but maybe you are sitting at a 50% occupancy. So applying those rates might not be the right thing to do, because your competitors might be selling at a higher rate because they are running a higher occupancy, but you shouldn't be positioning yourself at a price same as to your competitors, because you are still selling at sitting at like 50-60% occupancy. So I think the with advancements and tools which will be coming in into the market, you'll be having more the recommendations, basically, which are aligned with your budgets and your targets, rather than generic recommendations based on the market data. And for now, I think like, since this is something new, the human input or involvement is important. But over the passage of time, once the systems become more mature and well trained, then there'll be less reliance on humans. However, for now, the human involvement would be needed, right? So it would be like a semi-automated kind of a system, but then eventually it will improve, and then there'll be less human involvement needed. Now, so in coming years, like there'll be we'll find or we'll see this requirement of integrated commercial leadership, right? Um, where departments are well connected, communicating with each other, discussing the shared goals, and working together to achieve those goals. Rather than this disconnect between the departments, right? So marketing basically will evolve to focus on more to build that emotional connection, right? um, Building more like loyalty with the guest and that connection with the property. um, so and then basically the sales, their focus would shift to strategic partnership building, filtering out the partners who are really adding the value or bringing in the results, and working on building a strategic relationship with them, um, which is more focused and not like having a lot of contracts and partners connected, but no result coming in, right? Revenue management will be not just the managing the revenue or optimizing the revenue, but basically optimizing the profitability. And then connecting all of these, it'll be basically the person who will be leading these three departments or three verticals. The commercial leader will orchestrate, right, a unified approach, and that would be the best way forward, because then everyone is aligned, everyone is focused on the goal, they share the responsibility, and act accordingly, rather than having, let's say, three different strategies and everyone is just working on their own, not communicating, and ends up most of the times there's a disconnect between the departments. Now, the commercial, to build those future ready commercial teams would be like integrated data foundation. So the business intelligence tools are connected to all the systems, so the data is connected, so you have the holistic picture of what is happening in the hotel. Skill development, so people involved in like people in the commercial team, they need to have basic literacy of the about the data, the BI tools they can use, how data flow works, which data comes in from where, how they can pull the data, etc., right? Multiple AI tools are there, so they need to master those, and to see and to basically utilize all those tools available in the market for their benefit, right? And to think strategically, because once they have the tool, they can automate a lot of their tasks, and then think long term. Cross-functional collaboration, so they need to break those silos between the departments, communicate regularly, share the goals, and work on this shared objective between them. Agility and adaptability, so basically the hotels need to build this culture of experimentation and rapid adjustment, because the tech, consumer behavior, lead time patterns we are seeing now in the recent months changing a lot, right? So it so we shouldn't be working with this approach of set it and forget it thing, right? Need to stay agile and adaptable, looking at all the recent developments, being aware of those, and then adapting in real time rather than just building a strategy and then just let it running for, I don't know, for months or years. But staying agile, keeping up with what is happening in the market, sharing all the updates within the team, and evolve together. So we need to adapt to thrive, right? Because if you don't, then we might left behind, or in some cases will not be part of the race as well. So it's basically our choice now, as an industry in general, to either resist the change and saying no, AI is just another buzzword, and let's do the business as usual, or redefine how we work, how processes work, how the world around us is changing, and basically adapt ourselves, because we now live in algorithmic world, right? It's no more diesel engine and train, transforming the economies or things. Now it's algorithms, data that controls a lot of the decisions in terms of economics, or basically economic value creation. Human capability. So each evolved role will be augmented by AI, handling the repetitive tasks as we discussed. And then the humans basically manage the strategic scope and drive the growth. The path forward is basically the winners will not be there just to onboard another tool, but basically use those tools, drive value from those tools, and have them as their co-pilots, right, working together and driving the growth which is necessary. So basically we don't have to wait to react. We have to be proactive, foresee basically what is coming, adapt ourselves, and be in the race. Now we need to start investing in the tools which would be necessary for us. We can start using just the open source free tools to experiment, use the trials of some of the paid tools, see what brings the value, and true value actually, right? Invest in the training of the team, organize some sessions to brainstorm, to guide the team members about the importance of obtaining new skills, AI related skill set, to stay relevant, to be adaptable, right? To adapt to the changes what is happening, and then working together as a team, sharing a common goal and achieving that common goal together. These were just few roles which we discussed, but then you can just think probably and share your thoughts in the comments what you think, which other roles you think will have this transformation driven by AI. Probably finance, a lot of behind the desk tasks which are repetitive, which can be automated, will have a bigger impact, I believe.